Well, guys, your girl finally made it to Midgar. You got this, Yuffie. My name is Yuffie, Materia Hunter and Elite Special Forces Operative for the new Wutai government. I have orders to infiltrate Shinra headquarters and steal their ultimate materia. To prove to our common enemy that Wutai is not to be trifled with. Members of Avalanche! With your full support, we got this! So, members of Avalanche? Where are you? Come get me already! Okay, if I was a man in a Moogle hat... Huh? Wait, does this mean what I think it does? Interesting. So, I gotta come to you, do I? You got some nerve. Guess you're never far from a rat in Midgar. Let's see what you got. How you like this? Not now! Run like a... Dun, 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 dun. Alright, let's see how this plays out. Get lost! Run like a chocobo! search for the elusive mogul continues. For the beating of a lifetime! Gotcha! You're going down! Wanna beg for mercy? You're gonna get what's coming to you. With the power of his providence! How you like this? You're going down! Well, can't fault him for trying. No palm. Huh? You okay? Anybody home? Oh, well, guess I'm not going anywhere until I get that elevator moving. I never cease to amaze myself. This town's a total dump. I thought Midgar was supposed to be the marvel of the modern world. Talk about false advertising. City of Mako? City of garbage, more like. Do something. You'll do the trick. Come on down. Sweet! Now to save the day. Have no fear. Yuffie's here. Not now. No way. You're gonna get what's coming to you. Great. Just great. No biggie. You're gonna get what's coming to you. No way. No freaking way. Not now. This is nothing. Bring it on. This is too weird. Okay, you got this! Okay. That rotten egg smell's gone. Must have gotten used to it. Way things are going, I'll be working for Shinra next. Nice try, Midgar. I'm talking to myself. City's getting to me.
Wait, did you just come from any monster troubles, or...?
Monsters have been acting strange since the bombings. Don't go letting your guard down, okay?
Not gonna be good for any of us if Wutai's got their claws in this.
Mako Reactor 5 has been temporarily shut down, and all fires have been successfully extinguished. The situation is under control, and the people of our fair city need not worry about any additional complications. We are in the process of conducting a full forensic investigation, but we suspect the device used was similar to that employed in the attack on Mako Reactor 1.
Oh, what do we have here? Man, that's gotta be Avalanche. Not bad. Not bad at all. But I can do better.
Yuffie? Yo.
What? There's our palm. So, you're Avalanche?
I'm Jija. Follow me.
Wait up!
Can't help wondering how.
So, Jija, why didn't you come meet me before?
I figured an elite W agent could find their own way.
I may be elite, but it's not like I've ever been to Midgar. And what exactly is a W, anyway?
Anyone who lives where you just came from. Think of it as a code name.
Uh-huh.
Still can't believe they sent a kid to do this job.
This kid could kick your ass!
Saying you're a fresh face is all.
Oh, don't worry. I know exactly what you're saying.
Give me a break, will ya?
And let you walk all over me?
Well, here we are. Ladies first.
News, they didn't get caught. They'll turn up.
And when they do, we're gonna treat them to a feast. I can almost taste your pizza now, Jesse.
Shame, since you won't be getting any.
What?
These two are Billy Bob and Polk. And that's Nio.
Hi. My name is Yuffie, Materia Hunter and Elite Special Forces Operative for the new Wutai government. I have orders to infiltrate Shinra HQ and steal their ultimate materia. To prove to our common enemy that Wutai is not to be trifled with. Members of Avalanche, with your full support, we got this.
Ready to rumble, huh?
You better believe it. So, did you guys meet Sonon yet? He was supposed to be here.
Yeah, he got in 3 days ago.
He's out on the town as we speak. Really seems to be enjoying it here.
Oh, he does he?
You, got any bags?
As if. Ninjas always travel light. It's like a rule. But I did bring these, Wutai's famous Dachao beans. Eat up. And here you go.
Can you eat these things? Guess you do.
Sheesh, you ninjas are insane.
Do me a favor, Yuffie, and wait here for Sonon. I gotta head out. Your IDs should be ready for pickup by now.
Then why don't I join ya?
Nah, I got this. Besides, you reek of trouble.
Huh?
You must be tired from your trip. Why don't you get some rest?
With all the noise in this city, I'm freaking possible. How about you tell me where in the Shinra building they're keeping that materia instead? Don't hold out on me now. I know you know.
Actually, I kind of don't. At least, not an exact location. All I know is that Shinra, for most purposes, treats materia as a weapon. Which means the Advanced Weaponry Division probably deals with it. And since that's in the basement...
I see. So, Shinra hides its top secret materia in the basement. You won't have to wait much longer, my precious. I promise.
Just be careful, will you? Please? Oh yeah, you should introduce yourself to Billy Bob. He knows a thing or two about the Shinra building.
My teeth.
You're welcome. So the materia I'm looking for is in the Shinra building, right? And where is that exactly?
Ignorance truly is bliss, huh?
What did you just say?
Oh, didn't mean to offend you. Of course, you probably knew this already, but there's a whole other city built on the plate above us. Shinra building's right in the middle. You can't miss it.
Oh, that one. Why didn't you say so?
Now, if you want to get topside, you first gotta get out of the slums. And for help with that, you should talk to Polk.
You look kind of nervous.
I just want to make sure I have the plan down pat. You know, like how to get up top and all that.
Well, if you had an ID, you'd normally just take the train up there. But with all the commotion going on, that's not really an option. Security's on high alert. If you ask me, your best bet is to sit tight and wait for things to settle down some.
Sit tight, but I want to go now.
Be my guest then. Go get killed.
Harsh.
Hey, you gonna be okay out there? Got all the info you need?
Sonon's still not back? Must be in Wall Market then.
What's Wall Market?
Let's just say it's a place for people with mature tastes.
Mature tastes.
There's lots of different establishments. It's kinda hard to explain.
No, I think I get it. Like bars filled with smoke so thick you can't even see, and drinks so bitter you want to spit them right back out. Where everyone gets drunk and complains about how kids just don't understand the value of hard work. They'll be the death of society. Ugh, how can they not see that they're the ones destroying it? Wutai's got a place like that, where grown-ups drink their lives away. It's called the Happy Turtle.
Interesting. There's a Happy Turtle in Midgar as well.
Huh?
I don't know where exactly because I've never actually been, but I do see their flyers from time to time.
You do, huh? Oh, they're taking down Midgar one citizen at a time. I salute you, Happy Turtle.
Come to think of it, there's a man who goes around putting up flyers for the bar. People call him Old Snapper, and he doesn't dress like your average Midgar male. Might be from Wutai.
I gotta find him. Man deserves some Dachau beans.
Yuffie? Might want to wait for Sonam before hitting the city. You look about ready to die of boredom. Want to play Fort Condor?
Fort Condor?
I should have known. It hasn't been out long, so there's no way you W's would have heard of it.
Yes I have. And what's more, I'm awesome at it. I'll whoop you so hard you'll wonder if you ever knew the rules.
For my benefit, then. Let me go over them. How'd you do that? You totally kicked my ass.
You mean you didn't lose on purpose? Wow.
Well, if you're looking for a challenge, the Undercity's got no shortage of serious players.
I've kinda got better things to do.
Sure about that? Word is, if you beat the Grandmaster, you can win some serious cash. Materia, too.
Materia?
That's right. But you should know, the hardcore competitors won't give you the time of day till you've proven yourself.
Whatever. Bring it on!
You know about the VR combat simulation module, right?
Huh? Of course I do. Why wouldn't I? It's that thing that stimulates modulation.
Hmm? Kinda. It's a machine that puts you in a virtual world where you can practice fighting all you want. There's even a portable version of it. Guy around the corner has one.
Uh-huh.
Hardly ever see technology that cutting edge down here. So what do you say? Want to try it?
I really don't have time to be playing around with some stimulator. But just to be polite, I guess I'll take it for a spin.
The guy's name is Chadley. He's over by the neighborhood watch. If you ever feel like some virtual training, I'm sure he'd be happy to help.
All this talking's giving me a headache. I'm gonna go do some recon.
I won't stop you. Just don't go too far, okay?
Oh, maybe mouse and keyboard is the way. Holy crap. Welcome back, girls and guys. It's been almost like 2 years now. It's been about a year and 7 months or 8 months since I played this last. See if I can make it a little bit quieter. Oh, nice. The menu makes it quieter. So I don't know if I got my controls set. I think we're right near the end of the game. I'm not exactly sure how long it is. We got our booba back. She actually looks better not in that picture. No, what's going on with that picture? It's got nothing on the anime picture from back in the OG game that's on the menu. Like, Aerith's looks better. But then if you, like, look at Tifa's model... Well, Aerith's is fine, but Tifa... Hopefully she doesn't use her Tifa when she's sucking me off. You can look at her panties. Oh wait, there's just like a black barrier there. No panty for you. You poor desperate loner. Either way, Tifa's model looks fucking... You could... Well, she got a fucking infinity gauntlet on? What the hell is that shit? Look at that shit. She got a fucking infinity gauntlet. Her model is for horn dogs, obviously, but... It still kind of seems like they put more effort into it than than other characters. I might be wrong, but they put a lot. It seems like they put a lot of effort into getting those boobs right, getting the fucking hair and the face looking perfect on her. Like Aerith's is okay, but her face maybe is a little bit off from the original. But I do kind of like the direction they made her like more modest looking. A little bit. I don't know. Oh yeah, so it's been a long time. I thought I'd chat a little bit. It's nice to be back on this game. I might have to adjust some controls. Hopefully not. Yeah, I think I kind of just stopped playing the game back then because it was still a long time until Rebirth was coming out, and I had already played it for almost 30 hours. So now I'm pretty glad again. I always go through this with games that I put off and I felt like I was never going to go back to, and then I go back to it and I'm excited. I don't know. But yeah, we're going to chat a little bit about my time on Halo, because it's been fun. A little bit about family drama, which thankfully I'm not really a part of anymore, and I'm doing a really good job of just like not even involving myself in this shit. Not letting it make me sad, not letting it anything. Not talking about it, not changing my day because other people want to do dumb shit and fight and shit. Talk a little bit about that. We'll talk a little bit about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth coming out. We'll talk about a little bit about the dating world and my experiences with it and what I think type of warnings people need, type of support they need from other brothers who are going through the same bullshit and everything. Yeah, we'll chat a little bit about that stuff. See if I can make this even quieter for while I'm talking and everything. 10 master building. Oh, okay. Turn that pretty much off for a little bit. Am I recording? Okay. Yeah, so I don't really like commentating when I'm playing certain games, and a lot of time it's like when I'm coming back to the game and I haven't played it in years and I wasn't even that good at it or familiar with it when I was, so it's kind of like not fun to try to get back into it while you're commentating, if that makes sense. At least if you're commentating about like a topic that you're trying to really discuss, not, you know, it's one thing if you're just like blindly commentating and you're just saying random things about the game. That's not that hard. But like really staying on a topic and trying to like figure something out in life and share it with people, that I feel like that's way, way, way harder to do that and to like play the game and everything, entertain. Get back into a game like this one where it's got kind of a lot of systems and stuff that... Like, I'm jumping in right at the end of the game, so hopefully I'm not struggling with the last bosses, is basically what I'm saying, but yeah, I've been doing pretty good. I wasn't really interested in Rebirth. I kind of got hooked onto the bandwagon of, ooh, that exciting new game bandwagon bullshit. It kind of happened because I was watching Maximilian Dude's stream. Like I said, I had certain problems with a lot of friends in my life, so, like, you don't think you're into video games as much as you are, and then you remember, like, oh, all my friends from high school ditched me, oh, I can only play Halo with my friends so many days, like, they're not always going to be there, we're not always going to be on at the same time, stuff like that. You start to realize these things, and then all of a sudden that new video game that you didn't think you needed to play right away takes over. You know what I mean? It's like, it could be a lot of things, but I'm just talking from the perspective of a nerdy gamer guy like me who went through a lot of tough stuff in his 20s. That's how it feels, I guess, is what I'm saying. Like, I wasn't that... I would have been okay waiting for Rebirth a year or two, but because of the fact that my siblings are just separated from us in life now, and I don't know if that's ever going to change, because of the fact that I had so many tough situations with girlfriends, because of the fact that all the friends that I pictured doing things with in my life are not in my life anymore, because of this and that and this and that, you know what I'm saying? Then it becomes like, oh, well, Rebirth should be the primary thing that I'm worried about now. Not because being a video game player makes you a loser and you don't have a job and you're just none of that shit. It comes down to the fact that this connects with my childhood, right? This is something that I get to... These are basically the pros and cons that I weighed out in my head before I decided if I was going to, buy the game right away. If it was worth the risk and everything. If it was worth my time and everything. But it's just like I said, it's my childhood. It's connecting me to a game from 2 years ago, this game, that meant a lot to me. When I was playing this game, it meant a lot to me. It brought me back. Me and my parents had some really good days back then. despite everything that we had gone through. So that means a lot too. You know what I mean? Just like things you wouldn't expect that you're already nostalgic for, things you wouldn't expect that matter so much, all of a sudden start to come out right when the game is getting released, right when the new relationship is coming into fruition, right when the new job is on the horizon, right when a change is coming in your life. You know what I mean? If you actually let that shit into your life and open up even a little bit, all of a sudden you realize, like, oh, that's the path for you. That was, you know what I mean? That game was there for you. That time in your life was there for you. You know what I mean? Anyways, that's just kind of what I've been going through with this game and some of my memories and the fact that I like grew up and Final Fantasy VII was like a big part of my childhood, like a lot of people around my age or a little bit older, a little bit younger. And it feels good to like, cause back then all I cared about was like jobs, girlfriends, Halo, YouTube, making videos, trying to get good at a lot of different things in my 20s. So I'm like very talented. So I could fulfill all these idiots fucking wishes for me. You know what I mean? And none of that shit was important, and none of that shit really helped me out long term. Even if some of it was fun back then, you know. All that skill chasing, skill building. Not gonna get into all that, but not really something I look back on fondly, even though back then I tried super hard to be good at that stuff, you know. Whether it was making music, or it was editing videos, or it was helping my friends with their business, or it was helping my girlfriends with their business, or it was this or that. All that shit, like, I loved it when I was doing it. I thought it was the right thing, and then I look back on it, and it's like, oh, none of that shit, that shit was all garbage. Playing a video game that connects me to my childhood would be better. Doing nothing, basically, meditating would be better. Exercising would be better. Spending time with my aging dog would be better. Spending time with my parents would be better. Even if they were crazy, it would still be better. You know what I mean? Or even if they were in one of their crazy modes. That's another thing. People don't... So you might think your parents are like extra fucked up, or your family's like extra fucked up, or you had like a really extra shitty boyfriend or girlfriend. But what people don't admit is that a lot of their parents get super fucking fucked up when they get older. A lot of their girlfriends... Like, people don't admit shit. And it's not about complaining. I'm gonna talk about complaining to each other. I get it. Overly complaining about things is horrible. I get it. I'm not saying that's not horrible. What I'm saying is, we don't okay people to tell the truth about shit, and we don't tell the truth about shit to other people. So now all of a sudden you got people who are getting overly traumatized by their aging parents. They're getting overly traumatized by their ex-partner. They're getting overly traumatized by this and that. And they don't have anyone else connect to, and they don't have anyone else admitting that it also happened to them just that same way. Or if they do, it's not enough people, or they weren't close enough to that person for it to make a difference. You know, for that empathy to really help them out. Stuff like that. And I think actually, even having my mind defeated that much by the shitty girlfriends and the shitty friends along the way, to get to the point where I'm not even a happy enough of a person to allow myself to love Final Fantasy VII Remake. It wasn't that Final Fantasy VII Remake was such a shit game because it wasn't a turn-based RPG like the old game. That's what my mind was tricking me into thinking, stuff like that, right? And then I did the same thing with Breath of the Wild. So I'm like missing out on all of these things that should be connecting me to my inner child, should be making me happy, should be motivating me in life, right? But I couldn't do them because my mind and my happiness was clouded. Whether it was clouded by the shitty ass cheating girlfriend I was with at the time, or it was clouded by a previous girlfriend, or it was clouded by, like I said, shitty friends from ex-friends from high school who just kind of turned their back on me and made me feel like a horrible person. for basically no reason. I still, to this day, don't really know, like, what is going on with him. Like, how the hell are you gonna treat someone who had your back, like, our entire time growing up, treat him like that? That's just how it goes, like, sometimes, but these fucking people. But I could go on, and it's just, like, it's crazy how backwards people can have your mind. So your mind is basically saying no to something that really speaks to your soul. It's saying yes to being cheated on. It's saying yes to worshiping some shit girlfriend who doesn't truly love you. It's saying yes to being some little bitch to some group of friends because they're your old friends, even if they don't treat you like the king you deserve to be treated like. You know what I mean? So I was basically saying yes to all this dog shit. Weak sauce jobs to support some shitty girlfriend. Supporting some shitty girlfriend's stupid ass family who isn't grateful for me and doesn't love me. And all they're doing is they're willing to accept my help as their daughter's boyfriend. But they're not really willing to treat me like a good person who like I deserved. You name it. I could go on and on and on and on. These are just some examples that really stick out to me. As stuff that, like, really... But there's a lot of little ones, and there's probably some other big ones that I haven't even realized that I went through, you know what I mean? But that's a little bit about some of the stuff that I went through along the way, whether it was about Remake, or it was about Zelda Breath of the Wild, or all the games I missed from basically, like, 2013 to 2018. I didn't even, like, let myself start playing games and be a kid again until, like, 2018. I was basically stuck in limbo, stuck in some emotional jail from shitty friends and shitty girlfriends from 2012, 2011, basically, until 2018. And it wasn't just, like, freedom when it was, like, depression land in 2018, and I had to fight for my soul, and I had to fucking... you know, raise up my inner child back from the grave, basically. It felt like every day of my life I hated life. I couldn't do anything about it. I hated video games. I hated anything. I hated jobs. I did those. Even when I didn't want to. You know, I don't know. I'm not saying I was perfect. I definitely could have done better. But there was a massive movement out of me that really changed me and helped me grow up and showed me that even with seemingly nothing, no girlfriend, no group of friends, no love left over, crumbling family, all this shit, I was still able, massive depression, I was still able to do a lot with my life and have a lot of fun and bring back things that I loved and learn new things, learn how to draw, learn how to make hip-hop music and beats, and learn how to edit videos better and do video projects for random people, you know. Like, yeah, I wasn't nearly as productive as I could have been, but there was still, at the end of the day, a lot of different things I did. A lot of things that really helped me through that tough time in my life. Helped me change from that blocked off, stuck person I was from basically 2012 to 2018. Like I said, I don't know what that was, if that was shit college that did it to me, if it was the shit expectations of family members, if it was the shit expectations of all the women from high school that treated me like shit, whether it was this or that, I don't really know what it was. But one thing I'm sure it wasn't was just me being lazy and stubborn with life. I wanted for the longest time for that just to be the simple reason why I didn't like video games anymore and why I didn't really have that inner child alive in me and stuff like that. Didn't really have that happiness thriving in me at all, ever. Even sometimes. And I always like tried to figure out and tried to see if it was like the chemicals in my brain or it was this or that. But at the end of the day, the more I grew up, the more I realized it's just fucking life. And the majority of it had to stem back to, like I said, disapproval from shitty women in high school who only wanted me once I lost weight and once I looked good. And even then, they still were, like, petty with it. Like, they only wanted me because their best friend wanted me and shit like that. They ruined my prom, basically. They, like, two of them asked me out to prom, and then both of them kind of just fucked me over. It's shit like that, and it's like I could have actually went out with somebody. Some other girl who I had a crush on danced with me at prom instead. It wasn't even one of them. It was really stupid. Luckily, I ended up having a decent night, like, halfway through the night, but they really, like, crushed my heart, and it was so stupid. It was, like, two girls who, like, should have been my friends, you know? They just really don't give a fuck what they do. Like, you don't know what kind of sick world you're getting put into. Like, some of these girls out there are fucking loons, dude. A lot of them. They, like... It's just backwards. Like, I don't mean to get too raunchy about it, but it's like... It doesn't make no sense that some of them are, like, fake or, like, closet bisexuals. And they'll basically fuck any girl, ugly girl on the side that moves while they're with a quote-unquote boyfriend who they quote-unquote want to make their husband and shit. Which makes no sense. Like, I've seen some of them who seem like good girls, and then all of a sudden they're, like, having sex with, like, a weird, ugly, mustached 45-year-old woman. And just, like, this weird-ass shit that you can't even believe came from somebody who you thought was, like, normal and loved you and thought, you know, lied to your ear, basically, every night for fucking 3 years. It's just, people do some weird fucking shit, dude. All I'm saying. Don't feel bad about cheating. Don't feel bad about trying to play your cards and trying to actually get a girl out there. Like, I don't care if you have a half girlfriend who's sometimes, you know what I mean? It's your job to put yourself out there and give yourself a shot at actually being treated like a king, actually being treated like a good person. Like, some of these girls, they send you a single picture after a dating app interaction, and then they act like they own your fucking soul already. Like, you have to sit there and text them all fucking day, and if you ignore them for even one day, that means you were against them. And while you were quote-unquote ignoring them, they were on a dating website talking to other guys, but you're still the bad one, and you're the reason the relationship isn't progressing, because you won't sit there and text her all day. But the real truth is, the relationship's not progressing because she doesn't truly believe in you. And what is she doing? She's talking to other men. She's not truly giving you a shot. She doesn't truly want you in her life. She's just trying to, like, get attention from you, get you to drive across the state to go cuddle with her for a few nights and give her validation, and she can have her little sexual fantasy with you in her little horny honeymoon phase of getting used to some new person. And, like, you notice that, and he's like, you can't even talk about half of this shit real with most of these women, because they'll hate you if you say the truth. You know what I mean? Yeah, and that's the fucked up part. And a lot of them are actually kind of have an honest side that's really realistic and funny, and if you give them the truth, they might laugh. But if it has to do with them and you whip that out, all of a sudden they'll, like, their funny side and their actual, like, honest woman side is, like, overwritten, and then all of a sudden they turn into, like, the butthurt little victim girl who will block you off the dating website when 2 nights before she, like, wanted to own you and shit. Send you weird, like, horny pictures and, like, tell you way too much about her life. And it's just, I've been through some shit. Like, I dated a lot in my 20s, and then I took a few years off, and then I just started trying a little bit again. And it just, every time I get back into it, I realize, like, shit, I have to continuously, like, remain unattached. I have to be a fucking asshole who, like, doesn't message these people back for days at a time, because I can't be wasting my time getting attached to somebody who's... There's no fucking guarantee, you know? They haven't done anything for me. They haven't sucked my fucking dick. They haven't asked me to move in with them. They've asked for my compliments. They like my attention. They like giving me compliments and saying I look good. They like doing all this stuff, but it never, you know, it's never actions. It's never change. It's never commitment. It's never real things. Like this girl I'm talking to, I probably could have fucking... If I sat there chatting her up like crazy, I guarantee she would have like let me come over and like cuddle her or let me take her on a fucking date or something. But because I didn't do that, she talked to other people on a dating website and like half ignored me and passively aggressively messaged me basically at the end of the day like, I was here the whole time, like type of shit. Like I spent the entire day ignoring her. I didn't spend the day living it for myself. I don't deserve that. I spent the entire day ignoring this new girl who has done nothing for me, you know? And it goes on and shit like that. I gotta turn the heat off and I'll be back in a second, but I'll be back to talk more about this crap.
Like that goddamn new fucking shitty Star Wars. Oh, there's a cut that makes it better. No, it's not. Nope. Great punish. Like those are still the takes you
Turn on the fan for a little bit. Hopefully this doesn't ruin the audio. Take a drink of water and then I'll be back.
Something like Hulk. And you have Mr. God, I always forget his fucking name.
Oh my god. Sometimes water just fucking slaps, dude. I don't know what it is, like what triggers it. Like sometimes, like only water is gonna satisfy, you know what I'm saying? Like you could drink something else that's like sweet and gonna rot your fucking face off. And it might sort of satisfy, but just water is gonna do it better for some reason. See, the fact that I know this is like an annoying conversation and I just keep talking about bullshit and maybe sounding cocky or something. But at the end of the day, why do I feel so much relief just venting about this shit? You know what I mean? Like, why do I feel like there's a massive weight off my shoulders? Just from partially venting. You know what I mean? That shows you that these women... They put this unnecessarily ridiculous, lackluster dick fucking expectations on you that make you feel like you're worse than... This is what I was talking about. You're scum. You're not worthy of them. You're lucky to even be talking to them. Fucking bullshit. Meanwhile, they're like older than you. They're fatter than you. They're less ambitious than you. They're less funny than you. They don't even look better than you. There's like nothing that they have besides maybe a kid and sometimes a happy attitude that's even worth fighting for, right? But somehow they're acting like they're gonna bring this world of happiness to you and you better fucking get down on your fucking hands and knees for it and shit. It's really weird. But if you do that, they don't even like you. Believe me, I have tried that before. I tried to be like, well, if this girl is promising me the world, then I wouldn't mind, like, really trying to worship her. Okay, that sounds fair, you know what I mean? She's gonna worship me in a female way, I'll worship her in a man sort of way, you know what I mean? And yeah, sometimes that's nice, but guess what happened every time I tried to do that with a girl? At some point, they crushed the fucking root of it, like, the happy little me that wanted to be a knight for them, and the happy little them that was like a really cute innocent girl, they crush it at some point, and it's fucking disgusting. So I was like, why would I put all my eggs in some basket that some girl is gonna crush at some point so she can go get a horny fucking dick or a horny lesbian experience? Like, nah. Like, I'll just remain the cool guy who doesn't message back for a few days, and then when you send some victimized sad shit, I just ignore it anyway and be like, what's up, girl? You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be like that, but I have to be like that for my own sanity, for my own safety. Because these girls aren't truly willing to be as loyal and commit as deeply as me. but they still expect me to commit, you know what I mean? They won't give me anything. They're not offering me anything. I'm ready over here to offer my services, my happiness, cuddles, massages, effort, money, jobs, watching over their kids. Some of these women that I've been with have had kids already. I know that sounds weird coming from a nerd like me, but yeah, I've been there.
There's no reason for why it happens. There has to be a reason why
Like, they're getting so much, and all they gotta put up with is the fact that I'm a little nerdy, and the fact that I'm a little unconventional. And meanwhile, you're getting basically everything else a normal, like, sensible human being would want. But hey, most of these women aren't normal and sensible. Normal has become perfection, basically. Normal has become something that all these horny little devils never actually embody. They embodied it when they were like 6 years old, and the second they got in school and got some boobs and got some attention, they fucking warped. Like, I don't mean to be that harsh, but that's really how it is. Again, that's why you never see hot girls with a subpar man. Ever. But you see good-looking men like me with subpar girls. Because we're forced into it. Or that's literally the only option. Or they're liars and they make it seem like they're not a shit girl, and then all of a sudden you're stuck to a shit girl. That happened to me too as well. And I was never warned about any of this shit. Because we can't talk about the truth. Planet Earth, baby. Planet Girth. Where celebrity Kendrick Lamar can say whatever the fuck he wants on YouTube music, but you can't say anything. You can't even love some of your favorite musical artists anymore because there's double standards out there that just ruin it for everybody. What else? That's just a little bit about the crap I go through. But yeah, after all that shit, like I said, I kind of pretty much decided to get Rebirth. I might get it a couple days late, or a week late, it doesn't matter. But I do want it right away so I can participate in the community, watch Maximilian play it. I don't want to wait. If it was like waiting a few months, I'd be sure. But it's like, you're waiting like a year or longer, and it's just like, nah, bruh. I don't care how much better the PC version is, I'm not waiting fucking 2 years to play something that I can beat in like 3 days, you know what I mean? Nah. One thing I was extremely disappointed by was Rebirth's length was reported to be 30 hours, which is the length of this game, so... I thought that shit was going to be at least like 50, 60 hours. I know there's like some side quests and stuff, so it's probably going to take me more than 30 hours, but it's not going to take that much longer, so that kind of sucks, but... Other than that, I am excited. And I'm probably going to end up buying the game and then selling it on eBay and recouping my losses a little bit. I just don't think there's like basically no game that's worth actually paying $70 for. You know what I mean? That's just all there really is to it. Elden Ring, maybe? I don't know. Like, there's nothing really that's worth that much. And Rebirth is going to be a fun game. Probably be a little bit better than Remake, but not that much better. But at the end of the day, that doesn't justify $70, you know what I mean? It's like $40. Tops. We're being real. And I actually think they're charging more and more on these games because they know people are selling them. So they're like, well, if you guys are just going to make money by selling them after, we're just going to charge more. So we can take some of that profit. They're like douchebags with it.
Hey, thank you, Chad. Thank you for the birthday wishes. I appreciate y'all.
Then they charge like full price for Crisis Core. Like, yeah, right, dude. Yeah, another thing is, like, it's not about rushing. Like, yeah, you could be like, well, why are you expecting this girl on a dating website to commit to you? So it's not about that, you know what I mean? It's the fact that if you're not ready to commit to me, why do you expect me to spend my whole day texting you when you're giving me like one-word responses as well? You know, you're like barely putting any thought into it, ignoring half of the shit I say. But then if I'm busy for a day, and I was actually like, I wasn't ignoring, I wanted to talk to the person. It was just, it's like, I don't know. You're just never winning with women. You're never winning with people who are addicted to drugs. There's always going to be a problem. You got a hot girl who you're dating in your 20s and she likes cigarettes. But besides that, she's a really nice... Doesn't matter. She's fucked up and you don't even know it, but she's really good at hiding it and she's going to fuck you up somehow. That's just how it is. The cigarettes were a warning sign. Her weird interactions with her family that seemed like incest, that's a warning sign. People you gotta watch out for the warning signs, and sometimes you want to be a nice person and you don't want to like make a decision on somebody and then you're wrong, but at the end of the day it's like that's the only way you can protect yourself, so you have to, is the thing. And you don't realize that until somebody massively hurts your life and almost kills you from their attack on you in some way, you know. Whether it is depression or it is a physical attack or whatever. You won't realize it until that actually hits you for real and it ruins years of your life, and then you're like, oh, I really actually 100% have to guard myself, otherwise I could end up dead because of it. Dead or sad for the rest of your life, which is basically death. So, dead. And anyways, that's just some of the shit I've been dealing with going through the last bunch of years. And even coming years later back to the dating game, these women do the same shit every fucking time. They just want you chasing after them, sad that they're not texting you back, because they don't want to be the ones sad that you're not texting them. There's a reason the girl you're talking to on the dating website isn't instantly sending you screenshots of her messages to other people. It's because there's like 25 other people who are another guy that they're talking to right now, and they're acting like there's a genuine interaction going on with you, but actually they just have shitty interactions with every guy, and you're just on the list of their shitty interactions. Like, you don't really mean nothing to them, but you are hoping that she's gonna mean something to you, basically. And that's how dark most of our females are. It doesn't matter their age. It doesn't matter if they're a mom. It doesn't matter if they're a 21-year-old hot little young thing who you think has only been in a few relationships and she's innocent. No. She's a grown woman who's a liar and a cheater and has been through a lot of shit. You don't get an excuse because you're 19 years old. If you're a piece of shit, you're a piece of shit, you know. We're gonna judge some rapist who raped some girl who pretty much consented. Then we should be able to judge some fucking cheating ass, lying, vicious teenage women, you know, ready to crush somebody's heart into fucking oblivion. I would rather be raped any day than have that shit happen to me. That shit's like getting hit by a fucking atom bomb from the inside of your heart. Like, for real, though. I'm not going to play this too long in this session. I'm just going to putz around for a second, and then I'll tack it on to a longer video, but... I had to vent all this shit because I've been going through all types of shit. Can never seem to fucking help my parents. Like, my parents are just... fucking a headache and a half, and like I always say, it'd be one thing if even one of the girlfriends I had wasn't a piece of shit and they stuck with me, or even one of my siblings like really made sure that they were gonna help me through this bullshit, or one of my friends from high school like actually had my back the way they acted, like any of those support networks, and I guarantee like my attitude is better, I'm a happier person, I'm more happy-go-lucky, I believe in love and romance. But because all of those people massively attacked my life in some sort of way, I don't get to do that, you know what I mean? You don't get to see the happy side of Mike. I have to like force it out of me, and it's not even real then, you know? It was stolen away when I got cheated on, it was stolen away when my shitty friend stabbed me in the back, you know? And I could go on and on. I was going to talk about this girl from high school who, like, was trying to hook up with me even though she was married when I had a girlfriend. And I'm pretty sure she was only trying to hook up with me because she's seen that I had a girlfriend on Facebook. Because she never talked to me, like, ever. And she's the same girl who, like, tried to go to prom with me when I lost weight because I looked good and I was doing pull-ups in front of her, and she, like, weirdly asked me to prom, and even though she like never expressed any true interest. I'm not gonna get into all of it, but it's just really weird. And it was really weird how she tried to like secretly hook up with me out of the blue after not talking to me like 3 years after college, when I'm finally like in a real relationship for the first time. Obviously, I was a nice guy, and I didn't go through with it because I didn't want to cheat on the person I was with, but I probably should have in retrospect. But you know what I mean? I can at least, at the end of the day, feel like a guy who resisted temptation and stuck with the girl that I was with. You know what I mean? I didn't lie to her. I didn't cheat on her behind her back and try to get more out of her. I didn't do nothing like that. I gave up an opportunity to fuck like the hottest chick that I liked in high school. And most guys aren't going to do that at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Not for some dog shit girl who don't even got your back. She wants you to rub her back and do her dishes and pay her bills and get shit on by her father, but she actually doesn't have your back and she's willing to cheat on you and shit. So that's the type of guy I am. Somebody could be that dark, and I'm not cheating on them with the opportunity to do it. I didn't look for the opportunity. It came out of the blue, but I didn't do it. You know what I mean? And that's the difference. Was I rewarded for that? No, not really. Did that girl I was with change and like become like a more spiritual, loving girl who like was like, damn, this man just turned down a girl who's better looking than me from his past just to be with me, when I've done lots of things to hurt him already? Nah, she wasn't like that at all. She was a bitch still, you know? People are fucking crazy, dude. And now, because of everything I've been through, I basically have to, like... I have to live my romance so fucking weird now because of what these women have backed me into such a fucking corner with their fucking petty-ass fucking bullshit. I have to like live my life, and if I really want romance and I want to be a man who wants to be happy and I want to be a man who wants to be alive as an adult and I want to be alive and I just want to have like a Shakespeare in my heart, a Romeo and Juliet story playing in my mind. If I want anything that a normal grown man would want, I have to live my life in this weird fucking way. Because I'm never going to be a 6'5" Channing Tatum with $1 billion. So I have to live my life in this weird sort of way where I last as long as possible. I age as gracefully as possible. I love all of my childhood interests as deeply as I possibly can so that there's some hope that there's a girl out there who likes Halo 3 and there's a girl who likes Final Fantasy 7 and there's a girl who wants a nerdy guy like me who's loving, he's got some muscles, he does yoga, he makes smoothies, he cooks food, he folds laundry, he's great at giving back massages. He's a great lover, he's a great friend. But I'm not Mr. Rich Guy with a job. I'm not Mr. Super Tall Guy with a nice car. I don't care about any of that shit. I've never planned to have it. You see what I mean? So I have to go through this like weird backdoor fucking romance. Maybe romance. I might get romance in my life because I was with 20 different dog shit women. I happened to get unlucky 20 different times and they were all fucking bottom of the barrel fucking dog shit women. You're left there like 10 years later desperately clinging at the one time they made you a sandwich to try to make you think that you had it at some point. You had love at some point, but actually no, you didn't. That girl just made you a sandwich one day to try to get some sex out of you. She just made you a sandwich one day to try to string you along. Like a sad Chad. And that's a little bit about a lot of the crap I've been going through in life. And it sucks that I have to live that like lonely, fearless romance, desperately hoping something comes my way type fucking life. But that's what you get when you let your heart... that's what you get when you're dating a girl who likes 303 and likes a big dick. Oh shit, that's a big dick. Girls are fucking weird, dude. And like I was saying before, these girls, you're just like a fucking organ sack to them, you know what I mean? Like, they'll love you on the 5 days where you got cum, but if you don't have cum on the 7th day because you pumped it all into them, you're just an impotent douchebag with a small dick who's not worth love anymore. You were Mr. Big Dick the 5 days when you were pumping them and dumping her and she was squirting all over the place. But the second you run out of cum for a fucking day, you're lackluster dick. Like, the way they act on these dating websites, in person, when they're your girlfriend, after they're your girlfriend, and they're just an asshole ex all of a sudden, even though they were just a sweet girl to you for so long, it doesn't make any sense. When they, like, turned that much. They probably were secretly getting fucked on the side. A lot of these girls, so you're just like a genitalia bag to them, and because nobody has infinite cum, you're never going to infinitely be loved and be loyal and have somebody be loyal to you. And then on top of that, on top of all that shit, they're like horny for shit that they don't deserve. Like you got these like 5'2" women who are like horny for 6'5" dick. And it don't really make no sense because it don't even fit. They're just like got this complex in their brain that the cock needs to be massive when they grab it with their hand and shit. But that same girl is like closet bisexual and she's okay with like some weird old lady's pussy lips that are all fucking gross. She got a fucking mustache. So you're judged and you need to be a foot taller than you are, but her closet bisexual freaky side is okay with like the nastiest old weird chick. Like, you name it. That's just, these are real life examples that I've really seen a girl do, and I've seen like they seemed like the nicest, cutest girl ever. She was so sweet for so long, and that's what type of, she was actually doing that shit, you know what I mean? Crazy, dude. You'd start to, once you've been through some real shit with some of these people, like, you would swear that there's many, many, like, evil human beings out there, and they actually exist to do evil things. Like, they don't even like life at all, and they're just using their body, or they're using the fact that they got money, or they're using the fact that they're got a better group of friends than you, whatever, and it's bringing them pleasure, and they're better than you, and they can be evil to you whenever they want. It's really weird like that. Like, that's really how it is. It's crazy. Not just talking about girlfriends. I'm talking about a lot of things. Friends that I did shit with after college. Friends that I used to love in high school. Friends that I tried to reconnect with after high school and college. Siblings. The type of dark fucking energy you get from these people is actually fucking crazy, dude. It's you could literally talk about it for the rest of your life. It's actually that bad. So yeah, that's some of the dark shit that my mind has been going through, and that my romantic heart side of my life, like my heart just feels trapped in like a romantic nightmare, basically. That's some of the shit that I've been going through. I just thought I'd share that with you guys, kind of vent it. Hopefully someday something works out for me and I don't gotta feel that way anymore, but until then, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. That's the crap that I've been going through. Yeah, and that was pretty much all the, like, quote-unquote complaining that I wanted to do. All the venting and all the weird, stressful crap. Some crap with my parents going on, but that mostly just stems back to them doing bad stuff, so I'm not even going to worry about it. I'm getting kind of sleepy, so we'll probably just do the gameplay in the next episode. I'll tack it on. One more thing, or one little thing I want to talk about before I head out is just like, I had a really good time on Halo today, and I'm glad I stuck with it, because like, one of my sort of friends that were kind of new, like we don't really know each other that well, but we've been fighting a little bit, I guess. So I didn't intend it to be fighting, but this guy is just kind of confrontational. But and like we're fighting over the sniper and kind of like how to lead our team. And these guys, they like to get me in these matches where we got like a dog shit random who's going like -20. They like to get me in those matches and then wait for me to like push, die, and then they push after I die and they get like a double kill. And they do that the whole match, and then by the end of the match I'm like 0 for KD and they're like +5. And then they're like, see Ghost Rider, see Mike, you're not that good. See, I should have the sniper. See, you're trash. See, you're the reason we lost. See, blah 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 blah. They do all this shit and they try so hard to like make me look bad or like prove that, but they barely even know me. And then they're so sure that that's how it goes down, and then later on, after everyone's cooled down, I play some ranked matches. I play with them, I'm on their team. They're giving me another shot. I'm giving them another shot. And guess what happens? I go plus 20, plus 22, plus 23, plus 19. What are they going? 0, plus 2, plus 1. You see what I'm saying? And it's just like, they don't realize until they get me in enough lobbies how good I actually am. And what's the story? What do they start? What's the words out of their mouth right when that shit happens? You're cheating, Ghost Rider. You're a cheater. Suddenly the story goes from they deserve the sniper. They should have the sniper in the hard matches because I'm not as good as them. I lost the sniper in some match where they got fucking shit on, so I got triple teamed. So we lost because of me. I shouldn't have died with that sniper. They gave me a shot, but they gave me a shot in a match where we had a negative 20 bot, you know what I mean? I gave them the sniper in a match where it was a fair 4v4. That's the difference. And again, that's another thing they won't acknowledge, right? They're judging my performance with a sniper when we have a weak link on our team, and I'm judging their piss-poor performance when they have a full team decked out, and they're still playing like shit. No reason you should be grabbing 4 snipers on the pit and going +1, that's all I'm saying. Not against the kids that guy did it against. They were not that good. None of them even came close to LBR me. But it's just funny because one match, people think stats matter so much. Stats don't mean shit. Like, there's some days where I'll go like negative against kids I should never go negative against because I got bullshitted so fucking hard. It was just unbelievable. It's like a series of unfortunate events. And then later that day, I'll play like the best match of my life, go like +25 against kids who are fucking amazing, and no one should be going that positive against them, but somehow I do it. So that just shows you like how little that shit really means. One fucking game doesn't mean shit, you know what I mean? And it's not until, and like I said, I played it with that guy. I carried him, and he even said it. He's like, "Oh, I'm getting fucking carried. This guy's fucking cheating." The story switches so quick. But then next time we're playing social together, and it's time for a hard match. Guess what? He'll say I'm shit again. You know what I mean? But when it was just me and him, and we were in ranked, and he needed me to carry, oh, I'm the fucking best. I'm better than Tylenol. Says all this nice shit about me, right? It's fucking annoying, dude. Like, you have to fucking stroke people off so fucking hard for them to actually support you sometimes. And then they'll support you for a little bit while you were helping them, but then the next day comes around and they just turn their opinion back to the shitty opinion it was 2 days ago. But other than that, though, I had a really good day playing Halo with my friends. After that, like I said, I was going to get off after the first annoying match where they were like judging me by an unfair match where I never had a chance at doing anything because the other team was so overpowered. Their like worst guy is playing perfectly, so, and their best guy is playing almost as good as me. Good luck. Doesn't matter if you're me at that point, you know what I mean? It's a 4v fucking 2, basically. It's also annoying when you got these friends, like, who they think they beat you before because they, like, beat you when you were searching solo and they had a whole team. And to this day, they won't admit that their wins against you are all fake. You continue to outperform them, you continue to shit on them, carry them by +20 kills on ranked Team Slayer. More assists and +20 over what they had. Alright? But for some reason, they still think like you're not amazing. They still think like you're not better than them. There's like a part of their ego that desperately needs to think that their win against you was real, even though there was nothing real about it. It was them with a stacked squad versus you with 3 -10 teammates. You know, it's fucking annoying when people do that, because I never do that to people. Like, if I beat people with a squad, I never hold that win against their skill. Like, I never judge their skill based on that match. It means nothing, you know? So it's really fucking annoying when your friend is doing that to you. It's like, shut the fuck up, bro. You've never beaten me once in a fair match. Quit acting like you're better than me or you're as good as me. It's so annoying. Every fair match we've ever played, hey, you've gotten fucking clapped. You can literally do it to these guys like 30 times. You could beat them 30 times while they're partied up with a sweaty fuck and you're playing with randoms, and they still won't admit that you're fucking crazy good. It's crazy, dude. They'll still reference like some match where you weren't even trying and your team and they were partied up. Like, it's so annoying, bro. Whatever. It's really funny though when the truth comes out and you're playing with a guy who is just shitting on you on stream and watching your match in theater to see how you sucked and lost it, and then you play a real match of ranked with him and you're going plus 23 and he's going plus 1 and you got more assists too. Like, I don't know what to tell you, bro. Give me some fucking props. Nobody's playing that good. You said it yourself. I'm playing better than Tylenol, you know. It's literally word for word what he said. And it's like, you're gonna say that and make me like feel like you're my friend and you believe in me, right? But then they'll like next day comes around and they're not singing that tune anymore, you know what I mean? Anyways, that's just some of the shit that I've been going through with regards to Halo and everything. And I've been going through that with years with a lot of my Halo friends, but it happened again recently in a lot of these matches and a lot of these parties I've been in and stuff. Anyways, that's a little bit about what I've been going through, some of the stressful drama crap. Hopefully we can forget about all that shit and just have a fun couple of weeks playing through these Final Fantasy 7 games. That's the plan anyway, so. And I'll be talking about Maximilian's playthrough and the reviews of Rebirth and what I think about the game and lots of stuff. Hopefully get back to like Final Fantasy 16 and stuff like that after I beat Rebirth. Just to go up the same alley a little bit while I'm there. And yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I guess this is just going to be a commentary for now, but we'll see how things go. I gotta ignore some of these girls I'm talking to. I have to keep living my life and just hope that something works out for me, because if you can't go chasing shit, you can't go desperately hoping, you can't go believing in somebody just because they whispered in your ear a few times some sweet things. You just can't. I wish shit were that actual romantic and that fun and that easy, but life's just not like that. You're better off investing in yourself, investing in your health, investing in meditation, investing in like romantic, what's the word? Like romantic catharsis, like romantic, what's the word? What's a word for it? Like whatever, resolving your romantic baggage, I guess. Like you're better off doing that for like a decade. I don't care if you're 20, 30, 40, even 50. You're almost better off just sitting around in your free time, meditating, resolving past traumas, opening up the door for new spiritual experiences, romantic experiences, life experiences. training your breath. Like there's so many things that you need to actually be doing. So it becomes so clear that you can't be chasing some douchebag girl on a dating app who's only giving you half of the attention you deserve. She's expecting you to double down on her, but she's not going to double down on you, and that's the fucking same old story that I just keep running into with these fucking potluck fucking women.
It's fine. I have the movie. I'm watching it.
It's definitely like in that sort of like not cult classic, but
Yeah, so I'll be making a Halo video at some point soon because it's been a while. I don't really like making them because I don't feel like I get even like a percentage of the credit I deserve. There's nobody who like produces as long or high quality Halo videos as I do, and I don't really get the, but I do get about 150 to 100 fans usually, sometimes a little more, who come around. So I do make it for them still, but you know, I usually just end up making them like out of nostalgia and guilt, not really because I want to. So we're gonna do one of those soon, I'm sure. Hopefully get that out within a month. It's been a while. And I got way too much clips, so I'm pretty much forced to do that and more. It sucks because a lot of fun things happen, but I just don't have time to like really edit all the clips. There's just too many of them. Like today, we had like 15 different funny moments that I clipped, and like a lot of it has like offensive swear words that I gotta edit out and shit. It just takes forever. It's crazy. Like, you could just play one day with your friends, and if it was a good day and you got a bunch of clips and you had a bunch of funny moments, like, it could take literally like 6 hours of editing to really get through it. It's crazy. And longer if you really wanted to make the video good. Not just clip out all the best shit and string it together. That's like level 1, right? These days of video editing. Or maybe it's level 2. I guess level 1 would just be putting up random shit all strung together. Level 2 is actually cleaning it up. But yeah, I feel a lot better venting all that crap to you guys. I'm excited to get back into the Remake and then Rebirth. I'm excited because Crow Sword and Hollow Knight they both gotten kind of like teased a little bit in some Reddit posts, so hopefully they're coming this year. That would be like a dream. That'd be like a dream come true because we've been talking about those games for a long time. Had a good day with my cute dog. I didn't get to see him too much, but when I did see him, he was fucking awesome. Fed my turtle, took a walk, gonna take a nicer walk tomorrow. Or today, or whatever. It's nice. So after so long of like being attacked by people in the Halo community and not having a really established group of friends, I feel like I finally have a couple of one main group of friends and some other friends who are great too. They're not on quite as much, but we're still good friends. So that's been good. Got a lot of the games on the Nintendo Switch I want to get to. I've been really itching to restart Metroid Dread. Might take a slight break from the Super Metroid ROM hacks for a bit and get back to that. Hopefully it's not like a long-ass break like it was last time from like November till now. Or October or whatever. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the commentary. Sorry for not being quite what I would have liked to make it about. Just kind of an unfortunate week when it came to romantic memories, when it came to my family struggling, when it came to a couple of not bad, but a couple of fights with friends on Halo and stuff like that. But like I said, I stuck with it today, and I showed my friend who's boss, I showed him, like, I'm not here to make you feel like a piece of shit. I'm not here to just make you feel like you're the reason we're losing social. I'm just here to show you, like, yo, you got a really good guy. You might not really know me that well, but you have a really good guy who's starting to be your friend, you know what I mean? You might want to watch my back, and you might want to look out for me because I'm a good player who's gonna have your back if you got mine. You know what I mean? Anyways, I think I got my message across to some of these dudes. We ended up playing ranked against each other and had some fun games and everything. I went plus 15, like plus 20, plus 17. I want to say they beat me a couple games, but they didn't really beat me. They beat bots on my team. Meanwhile, I'm beating them when they're getting carried and shit. I don't like doing that to my friends, but it's funny when they don't think I'm that good. And then we go into ranked against each other, and they can't even touch me with two guys on their team who are both better than them. And then there's just me who's beating 4 people on their team who are all as good as them or better than them. Like my 2 friends, I don't care what they say, they're calling me a cheater, not because it's a joke, not because they want to piss me off, but because they can't fucking believe how good I actually am when they have to play against me. They're used to seeing me go negative on their team and wondering why they thought I was better than that, but actually I went negative because they're playing like shit and I'm getting fucking sandbagged on by the whole other team. And then when that truth comes out, instead of being honest and being like, damn, Ghost Rider, why didn't you tell us you were this good? You must have been putting up with some bullshit from us. No, they call me a cheater instead. You know, it's so fucking annoying, dude. Like, I like the compliment. I get it. It's kind of a compliment. But it's also just kind of fucking annoying. Because instead of saying the truth, instead of taking back the mean things they said on the bullshit matches where I gotta fucking play sandbag daddy goo goo and defend my fucking teammates and loot and have shit stats and look like a bot for them. Well, the whole time playing fucking amazing, playing immaculate, and just nothing I could do because my team doesn't compare it. We're winning, but our best player, me, is not doing the best because I have to sandbag so far. People don't get that, and sometimes they sort of get it, but you have to, like, beat it into their fucking head before they admit it, and it's annoying. And I even heard that guy I was fighting with today say something. He said it about somebody else, but it was the same shit that I do for him. He was like, well, I only went 15-3 because this other dude was just rushing down for us and dying a lot and getting some kills and assists. And people don't realize all the time, you know, when I do that for them, because I do that a lot. The harder the match is, there's a very good chance I'm trying to play like that, you know. Because I know if I don't do that, we're going to get overran. Our team shot's not going to be strong enough. My guys are going to be dying and they're going to be getting demoralized. Sometimes we play better when I'm dying more and I'm taking those hard losses. And I shouldn't even say sometimes, it's like all the time. Because I'm really good at taking losses and still winning the game. Like, I go negative I don't go negative all the time, I barely go negative. But I have all these matches where my stats, like, don't... If you just went off the stats alone, you wouldn't understand how good I am at all. Like, I'm winning these games through, like, really intelligent decision-making, really good self-sacrifice stuff, really good special team shots. Like, I don't even get that many assists, but the ones that I did get were so crispy and so essential. Like, there's people don't understand that type of shit. Only the top players really get that, I feel like.
That's right. Yeah, one of them doesn't actually have like a turn. Like that.
And I've actually been doing that more and more. Like, when I first had this group of friends, like back in 2020 and 2021, I always just tried to like go the most positive and get the most kills and be the biggest guy on the scoreboard. And now, like, yeah, I do that most of the time, but I also do a lot of matches where I'm like trying to show them how good you can play with shit stats, if that makes sense. How many matches in a row can I get lots of assists and have like a shitty KD, but we're still winning by a bunch, and you can tell that I'm a big part of it even without the high number of kills, you know what I mean? Like, I like to show people how good you can do without being just that stupid top dog guy who's going for all the kills and hungry for all the kills, you know? And actually, it's been fun. And a lot of times when I get warmed up after playing like that, all of a sudden I'll get the most kills and the most assists and shit like that, and the least deaths. Like, it all just pay off playing in that very selfless sort of way. Ends up combining. It's almost like the best of both worlds sort of thing. I'll start to get this type of gameplay that I'm getting out of myself, where I'm not only doing that main Slayer role, but I'm playing that super defensive, super passive-aggressive, super teammate-aware gameplay style, where I'm very aware of my teammates and they might not know it, but I'm just nicking every guy they're fighting. I'm nicking them once with a bullet. I'm not getting an assist for it, right? But I'm very aware of each one of their little individual battles when I can be, and I'm nicking the guys down for them, and they might not even catch it all the time that they got help, you know what I mean? And that's sort of been what's the difference maker. Like, I would say I'm getting better, even though sometimes I'm playing with worse stats. I'm getting worse stats. I'm getting more wins, and I'm getting better wins. And my teammates are doing better, and I think it all boils down to that, like I said, that selfish play style that I'm developing, mixing with the fact that I have the skills of a main Slayer player as well. Anyways, that's been kind of like my Halo philosophy as far as getting better so many years into the game these days. Well, like I said, your friends, they won't... A lot of times you gotta fucking hand them their fucking balls on a silver fucking platter. Like, you gotta hand them their own fucking ass. Smacked up. Before they ever even sort of admit how good you are, you know? Like, some guy, he thinks he's on my level, but then we play ranked together and I'm plus 23 and he's plus 1, you know what I mean? Like, the truth comes out, and then what all he's got to say is like a kind of a compliment, and calls me a cheater, and Ghost Rider's better than the top streamer, and then we try to forget about it, that I played that good. You know what I mean? But the thing is, I don't hold these games against them. You know what I mean? I'm going plus 23 and they're going plus 1, and I'm queuing up with them again, and we're friends, and I haven't said anything about the disparity in our skill. You know what I mean? That's the difference. I think that's part of the reason why I'm actually that good, too. Is because other people, if they were somehow able to make me go +1 and they go +20, which would like never happen in a million years, even if I was trying to be an assist player, that still wouldn't happen.
We have a controller, a multi-tap on controller 1.
I guarantee though, if a lot of these guys like were able to do that, they would hold that match against me, whether it was verbally or it was just in their heads. They would hold that shit against me forever and use it as like a reason in their brain why they're at my skill level or they're better than me, you know what I mean? And then you got me and I don't, you know, yeah, I'm better than them, but I don't care. I'm not better than them 100% of the time. There's no way to do that. You know, I'm not here trying to make them feel bad or anything like that. In fact, I'm nice enough to play with them more when I'm going +23 with the most assists and they're going +1, you know what I mean? Sure, I'll play more, you know. I'll even lose to you later that night and with bad teammates on my side and I'll give you a win. I don't care. You know what I mean? I'm not like that. Especially if they're being civil with me, you know. They could even be mean to me one day and then the next day be a little bit mean to me, but I break through the armor and they start being civil with me like today. And I'll still forgive them like right away and be a nice guy and let them beat me even in a ranked match. You know, I usually only let that happen if my teammates are really bad and it's not worth trying that hard, but you know what I mean. I could be a douche and like just AFK and ruin their match, or I could be a douche and swap to a fresh smurf and try super hard to beat them or anything like that, but I don't, you know. I'm just there to be a friend. And that doesn't make me the best person in the world, but it does make me not a shit person, you know what I mean? Proves that I'm better than any bad thing they might have thought about me, or I might have thought about myself. Anyways, that's pretty much it for the commentary, the return commentary to Remake. A lot of weird interactions. Like I said, I had a good day. It's been good. Me and my dog were good. Took a walk. Drank a lot of water. There just been some weird things like romance and family problems and some weird interactions on Halo. That have just been kind of like bogging me down and making it hard for me to live my life. So I'll update you guys down the road. Hopefully, if I stick with my passions, you know, I can one day find that girl who actually can give me some love and not just be a fucking selfish bitch, but who knows. Catch you guys down the road. Thanks a bunch for listening, and we'll have a bunch of gameplay after this, and we'll beat this game soon, and hope you guys enjoyed. Peace out.